Also YouTube, everyone's there for War Games, bringing you a deck build that by now probably everyone and their mums has probably got. So it's a Kozmo build, and thanks to Gold, everyone should be able to get hold of this deck and build it. I mean, Dark Destroyer is probably the hardest one to get hold of, and that's probably about £7. It also explains why Cosmojo, the trap card from Bosch, secret trap card from Bosch, has shot up in price in comparison to what it was. So, yeah, without further ado, we'll go through the deck. I don't really have an extra deck for it, but I can go through the generic kind of cards we'll get away with. So let's start off with 3 Farm Gale. Most people are starting to drop this down to maybe 2. On this one, it's not as necessarily needed as much, but yeah. My build's got 3 of those, 3 Dark Destroyers. As you can tell, I've got 2 gold because it was the hardest one to get hold of. 2 Wicked Witch, always paying 1,000 to keep this one alive, and 2 Good Witch. So 2 Forerunners as well, 2 Slip Riders, 2 Tin Cans, 2 Sword Troopers, 1 Dark Eclipser, 1 Strawman. And then just to finish it off, 2 Honests. So, I mean, it's quite a standard build, but some of this stuff can be cut and changed. It's not really set in stone. It's just kind of like the build that I've found has been relatively fun to run. And obviously you can see from the build, you'll be looking at your generic rank 4s for your extra deck. You can probably get a rank 8, but you very rarely want to be ranking up with your Cosmos. They're strong enough as it is. I mean, with your 2 Slip Riders, you can get into Infinity. 2 Forerunners, you can get into Flare Metal and stuff like that. So you just want to be looking at the generic cards you can get of mainly the generics in ranks 4s, 5s, 7s and 8s really. But again, you don't really need it with a Kozmo build. 3 Cosmo Town, your field spell. 3 E-Tellies, again probably going to get hit in the ban list. 2 Reasonings, again, could possibly be hit in the ban list, especially since he came out in gold. But most people are cool 3 for your Farm Gale or 8 for your Dark Destroyer, so your other stuff can 9 out of 10 times be safe. A Dark Hole, because, you know, if you've got ships on board, it's really not the end of the world if you blow your own ships up, because you get to special summon out all the pilots. 1 Terraforming to search your field spell out, and 1 Twin Twister. Twin Twister can easily be changed out for an MST if you feel that you're going to run out of cards in your hand. Okay, now the card that everyone is trying to chase now, because it's this and Tin Can that you didn't get in the reprints, is Cosmojo. So you target one card, one Cosmo monster you control, destroy it, and if you do, banish 1 card your opponent controls or in their graveyard. You can only activate 1 Cosmojo per turn. So if you're popping a ship, you're getting the special summon off of it anyway, and then you're banishing your opponent's monster. 2 Quake and Mirror Force, obviously, or a Mirror Force. It would be 2 Quake and Mirror Force. I've said before, it's kind of like my staple Mirror Force in my decks now. 2 Call of the Haunteds. You very rarely have cards in your graveyard. I mean, you're banishing most of them, so this can easily be cut. And it's more for like Sword Trooper and stuff like that. And when you're Tin Can, you're sending the cards to the graveyard. You're going to want to try and bring them back, especially Dark Destroyer. And then the 1 odd, you got 1 Solemn Strike, again a proxy because it's in my other decks, a Solemn Warning, and a Vanity's Emptiness. Again, they can be tricked and chopped and changed. They're not set in stone either. Like I said, I don't really have an extra deck, but other cards you can try out. I mean, you can always try out a BLS now that they've got so many dark and light cards in there. You've got like Dogfighter. I've seen people play Wakubu. Bit of a strange choice, but you know, it can be an interesting play. So yeah, that's kind of like it for a Kozmo deck. It's very strong, it's very straightforward nowadays, and the little text that you put in it might be the difference in mirror matches. So yeah, that's a very, very quick deck profile, very, very straightforward. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. And if there's any decks that you want to see, deck profiles you want to see, just let us know in the comments below. We'll get to them as quickly as we can. So yeah, thanks for watching and happy dueling.